Hi, Lee here with the second supplementary video to go with the case study. So if you've got this far, you should have watched the previous two, but in the first video we spoke about the actual case study that we did, which was using ebooks, promoting them via solo ad emails. And in the second video, we showed you how anybody can create an ebook very, very simply. Okay, in this video we're going to show you how you can create your landing page, which is basically your promotional web page that you're going to use to drive people to, and where people are going to opt in to gain the ebook. Okay, and obviously by opting in you get the email address, which then you can market to how you see fit. Okay, so obviously with the case study we used a piece of software that created a landing page for us, which was very, very quick. But in this we're going to show you how anybody can create attractive looking landing pages pretty simply. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go into your WordPress account and you need to go to plugins, and you need to install a plugin. It's called Elementor. Okay, I've already got it installed, but to install it we go to plugins, we click on the add new button, and then under the search we search for it, and it's Elementor Page Builder. Okay, Elementor Page Builder with this logo, and we click activate or activate. Okay, install and activate, and once it's done it's going to be on our website. Doesn't have its own. It does have its own section there, but we're not interested in that for now. What we're going to do is we go to Pages, we click on Add New, and we're going to put, just say Instagram landing page. We got there in the end. Important thing to do once we've installed Elementor, it gives a few things that you don't really notice initially, but one of them is the ability to wipe out any of the settings, any of the style that a WordPress site has. Okay, and the way that we do this is go down to page attributes, template, and choose Elementor Canvas. Elementor Canvas. Okay, and this will basically give us a blank page. We're then going to click publish, and that's now created a blank page on our website. Now what we want to do is we want to click on this big blue button here that says edit with Elementor, and that will start loading the Elementor plugin, and it will take us to the new section. Now you can see that on the right hand side this is basically our page. It's white, there's nothing there. These things here are just overlaid to help us use the software. Okay, they're there to help us use the software. Okay, so they're not actually visible. So you can see if you had a title, a logo, a sidebar, it's not there. Okay, because we use the Elementor Canvas template, which just basically gives us a blank page. Now to use Elementor, we've got all these things on the right hand side which we can drag in, and you can see images, videos, headings in Google Maps. There's lots of really good things that we could add if we wanted to, and please feel free to mess about with them. By clicking on these three buttons we get a lot of different settings that again we can mess about with if we want. By clicking on the 9 dots there, we get back to the buttons that we want. So what I'm going to do first of all is I want to put an image in the background. Okay, now, you might not want to. You might want it to be very, very simple. Okay, you might want it to be very, very plain, and you know that's fine. You might want it to be white. You might not want it to be white. You might want it to be done with color. We'll show that in a sec. Now I'm just going to go and I'm going to save this image and onto the downloads. Great. Just cross that off at the bottom. Now to put that into the page, we want to go down to page settings, and we want to go to style. Background type, we click on classic, And this is where we could change the colour if we wanted to. So you can see all different colours we can change it to. We can also add an image. So I'm going to click on upload here, click on select files, and we'll choose that image. We'll click on insert, and that's thrown it in. We've got some settings here. We don't want it to repeat, so we're going to click no repeat. Size, we're going to click cover, and that's just going to drag it out to the full size of the page. And there's a lot of other settings that we can change. And as I say, feel free to mess about with these settings. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the 9 dots, and I'm going to put in heading. So I'm going to drag this over, and we've got that there. Okay. Now to change this, we go to the left-hand side, and I'm going to type free ebook. Okay, I could have a link, and you can see there are some things I can change. I'm going to click on make it center. Now changing the tab to style gives us the opportunity to change the color. So I'm going to go with black for now, and by clicking on typography I can change the size. We've got different fonts here that I could change to if I wanted. Lots of different things, lots of different fonts that you may wish to mess about with. Let's just go back to Homer, and you've got some bits and bobs that you can change it to if you see fit. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the dots, and I want to add some more text. So I'm going to click on the text editor, and I'm going to drop that in there, and it's dropped me in some additional text. Now I've got some text here. I'm just going to copy, and then I'm going to paste it in there. Okay. Now, what I want to do is select the first one and choose it as a heading. Choose a second and choose it as the paragraph. Right. So now I'm going to go across to style. I'm going to make sure it's centered. I'm going to choose black text, and I am now going to click on advanced, and I want some padding because I want to bring that in. I don't want it to be the full width of the page. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink, and then on the right hand side I'm going to type 100 and see where that brings us. So let's make that 200. Yep. And on the left I'm going to do the same. 200. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make that 250, and this side 250. Superb. Okay, so that is pretty simple so far. And I'm going to go to these 2 3-dotted lines, and what I want to do is I need one extra thing, I'm going to throw in some more text here, and I'm just going to say, please enter your best email address below for delivery of the ebook. And likewise, I'm going to go to style, I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to click center, and it is as simple as that. What I might do is I might go back to this text here, and I might just put some of them in. Looks pretty good, and that's done. So now I'm going to go back to the 3 dots, And what I want to do is I want to insert a button so people can insert their email address and submit it, okay? Now, the way that I'm going to do this is with HTML, okay? So we grab the HTML and we paste it in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go away to our autoresponder, and we're going to create a form that can be placed within this page. So we jump across to the control panel of Aweber. We will have to obviously create a list, go through all that process, but once we've done that, we click on Sign Up Forms tab, then we click on Create Sign Up Form, then Sign Up Form. And here's where we can design it. We want it to be pretty basic. So what I do is I delete all of these unnecessary items. Okay, so we're just left with the email and the button. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to go with the button, click on Switch to HTML, and that gives me the opportunity to click the text instead of having sign up. So it now says download. I'm now going to, I'm also going to go up here and I'm going to change the color. I'm going to go to maybe like a nice orange. Something like that. That looks cool. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color. The font type, no, not the font type. I'm going to go to the body, background. I want this to be black. Now you can see that it's now black, it's got the box, it's got the orange button. This is going to look really good on our page. So I now click Save, and I click Go to Step 2. Now this is where we would put in the name. So when we go back, we can check out what it is. So I'm just going to click that. Now, once people sign up for the page, we have the opportunity to send them to a thank you page. Now, what I would always recommend doing is creating a secondary page, exactly like we've done, but it's a thank you page that kind of says, thank you for signing up or whatever. Please check your email for delivery of the book, okay? And then what you would do is the link, web link to that page, you would then paste in there, okay? You would paste it in there, okay? And again, if they're already subscribed, you do the same thing, and you do that. So just for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to leave it how it is. Then we're going to click Save. Always click Save. And now you've got three options. You want the top one. I will install my form. We'll click on Raw HTML. We'll then click in here. We'll click Copy. We'll then go back to our Elementor page, and we paste in that code in the box. And as you can see, we've now got our download button and on our page, and you can see that looks pretty good. We've got the email, so people can come to this page, they can check it out, and then they can stick in the email address, click download. They'll go to the custom thank you page, which you will have to create in a moment, and then they will receive the ebook via the autoresponder series. Now, I will throw in a bonus video below where I discuss about autoresponders, but what you will need to remember is in the very first email that you hook up to the autoresponder, you will need to put in the link to the ebook, okay? Now, what you might want to do is you might want to go to a service like Bitly, sign up for a Bitly account, which is free, and you will you'll be able to create specific links that will be bit.ly.com/Instagram book, and you'll be able to connect the link to your Google Drive account, and then you'll be able to share this bit.ly.com in the email, the very first email, and then you're going to be able to go back to Bitly and check lots of statistics about the sort of countries that they've come from, how many people have accessed it, because if you're paying for the email solo ads, you want to make sure that people are actually turning up, that you're paying for those emails and people are seeing your landing page. Okay, so there you go. As you say, it's been very, very simple to create the landing page. Very easy to create something that looks very, very attractive. And these are using free tools, okay, which is always a bonus. So remember to use those tools. And I've been Lee. I'll see you soon.